Angeles, Hi.
Other action figures each sold separately. From
Record the purr.
Jenny, get the door. It must be Cousin Willie. Okay. Hi. What's up?
There we go. Something chill to watch. The following video is rated R and is intended for an adult audience. So if you're under 18, take a fucking hike, eh? As this video may contain adult themes and situations, strong language and opinions, good and bad advice, cannabis cultivation and consumption. So as long as you're a responsible adult, kick back, spark one up, and enjoy the show.
And works only occasionally.
Yay! Yay! I made it. Oh goodness gracious. Sorry about the late start. 12 minutes after the fact. I started getting ready an hour before, and about 20 minutes before I started setting up the broadcasting software. And it wasn't working. I don't know what to tell you. It was being really weird. I use this program called Restream that broadcasts it on YouTube and on Twitch at the same time. It was just not working. I switched it to the Restream account. Nothing was popping up. None of the... It made me sign back into YouTube, and it was only connected to YouTube for some reason. And it wasn't working on YouTube. So I just made a new profile, re-added Restream, connected both the things. We seem to be okay now. Yikes. Anyway, I think this coffee needs a little bit of creamer. Little droplet there. Fortunately, all I got is a big spoon. I guess I could have opened up the dishwasher and grabbed a... Shane Stevens, the little pepper, won the battle royale there. Ooh. Intenso. Intenso Nespresso pod with cane sugar and lactose-free creamer. Oh, and a dash, just a little of caramel. Ooh, it's too sweet today. I'll say that right off the bat. That was maybe a little bit too much sugar. With the caramel addition, I shouldn't have put as much sugar in there. But it's delicious. Heck, I'm gonna go back for another sip. All right. Well, folks, shall we continue to self-medicate? Let's smoke on some cannabis, shall we? I'll start off with the dab blaster. I did clean, well, somewhat clean it. I cleaned the bowl.
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break. I wear my sunglasses at night.
There we go. There was just a bit of leftover carbon crumble in here, if you will. A little whatever fell off the walls, like dust from the carbons that build up on the walls there. Yep. Oh yeah, that is. I can't see anything with these glasses on. There we go. I'll deal with that in a minute. For now, let's just have a regular dab. Oh, I know why it looks really trippy. Hold on a second here. I've got the wrong thing set up here. This should be over here, and this should be here. That's the monitor. This is the actual program. There we go. Up a Joe sitting at 104 stream streak. Amazing, amazing. Hasn't missed a single episode in 104 streams. That's dedication. Thank you, sir. This dab's for you. So, on that note, what would you like for first dab of the day, breakfast here? Or what should I have, rather? But, you know, what's your preference? I'll tell you what I got access to here. We've got a little bit of sativa left. Is my big jar. I've got a little bit of that apricot stuff, a little bit of the other sativa stuff, and I'm completely missing my main jar. Oh, it's right here. And in the main jar, which is Blueberry Auto from Coastal Mary Seeds, this stuff right here. So we got blueberry. Oh, blueberry it is. Yep. Blueberry it is. It's a mixed, it's a hybrid, but it's definitely indica dominant. I was wondering what I'm seeing in the corner of my glasses. Something was tripping me out badly in the corner of my glasses. It's this. It's the TV reflecting on the back of this, and I can see things happening here. And it was tripping me the fuck out. I was like, what the hell is happening? Coastal Mary Blueberry Autoflower. Cheers. You can use my name as a code, Canabeard25. Dude, 25% off is amazing. First one of the day. That was a big dab. I should have waited a second. It was maybe a little hot, but honestly, with those glasses on, I get a bit discombobulated. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are we having lag already, folks? I apologize ahead of time if the stream disappears today. I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know if I'm being DDoS attacked. I don't know. But every time I do Sunday session or early day streams, my fucking internet crashes like repeatedly. So if I disappear, I apologize. If I disappear just out of the blue, I'll try to come right back unless my internet is down for good. I'll be right back. So just keep an eye out, refresh the page or whatever. But it is telling me that I have an unstable bit rate. What? Why is it doing that? Hold on a second. Something is happening here. That's what's happening. For some reason, the default encoder, I think we're fine today. For some reason, the default encoder, when I switched over to this new setup with the restream, defaulted at 10,000 bit rate, which is ridiculous. You're only supposed to have about 5,000. 4 or 5,000 is probably max on Twitch. And it was trying to run it at 10,000. It was actually running at around 9,000, but it was calling it unstable. Now it's running at 5,000 stable kbps, kilobytes per second. It should be good now. We shouldn't have any hiccups. But that's only on my end. Anything that happens past that, I can't help. Had to harvest my top. I spotted a little bud rot. Had some humidity issues. I was too cheap to turn the dehumidifier too high. I run my dehumidifier in my current grow room almost non-stop on high. I keep that room as best and closest to around 50 RH as humanly possible. And that's hard considering I'm running a water cycle, considering it's an hydroponic, I almost call it aquaponic, but a hydroponic setup with water that automatically makes the, adds about, 10 RH to the frickin' room just being water in the room. There's things you can do. You can put covers over top of the soil, soil-less, pardon me, it's cocoa. You can put little covers over the pots. You put something in there to help kind of keep the moisture in there. That's a possibility. Some people use like shower bags, shower caps. They'll put a shower cap over it and cut a hole and let the plant come up out of the shower cap, and the shower cap will trap the moisture. But you can also have some root rot issues potentially that way. And gnat fly, fungus gnats and shit can get in there, and there's nothing to stop them from just breeding and going crazy in there like that. So there's potential issues that could arise with that as well. Keeping the lid closed on the reservoir of water is a really good. Keeping that lid at least flap down seems to do a pretty good, does pretty good so far. Okay, now there was a big drop in kilobytes over here on Twitch, but that should be considered stable now. Yeah, weird. I wonder if YouTube was having any problems with a 10,000K bitrate. Anybody watching on YouTube? Was this lagging at the beginning? We got a few people here on YouTube for sure. Was the beginning like 15 minutes of the show here? Was it lagging weird or anything? Doing anything odd? Other than that, so far it looks pretty good. Okay. So I want a dab of this sativa. And then I want to do the show off of the Discord grows, because last week I was unable to because the thing crashed on me. Something happened. Now, was there a single spike over on YouTube right when I said that I was changing it? Because what I'm looking for is oh, I'm putting this thing back on, by the way. So much easier to do when it's cold. It's like a legitly scary maneuver when it's hot, or when it's even slightly warm. So what I'm doing is I put this rubber band with hooks, hook onto one side, wrap it around, and hook on the other side. And it holds that thing up there like that ain't coming off. So we'll turn that on, let that happen. In the meantime, I'm just gonna have a dab blaster blast here. And then we'll take a look at the Discord grows. Polar Caps and Virtual Gangster say it was fine. Shane says no lag on his end on YouTube. That's good news. It was doing something weird on my end. I was having some problems this morning. I do not know why my internet and broadcasting software combination has been giving me so much grief lately. I have not been able to identify. It's interesting, but aside from being DDoS attacked or something like that, which I don't think you can do because I'm not a website, you'd have to like throttle. Yeah, something weird's going on. I don't know what to say. Only a little tiny bit in the corner, but it's BC Green Crack. That's what it said. It said BC's own Green Crack or something it was called. since I updated the modem. Could be Russian cyber attacking me. Yeah, it could be. That's very unlikely, but it's slightly possible, I suppose. No, I think is what it is. I've had techs here. I've had people run me through a whole bunch of tests over the phone. I've had techs come and test my lines. I've had techs come and add a signal limiter to limit spikes in the system, maintaining a high but supposed to be solid rating. They upgraded my modem. We got a brand new modem. We upgraded that thing. We put brand new lines in. I bought a brand new cable and ran it from upstairs down to my computer. I do not use Wi-Fi on my computer. There is a physical Cat 8, Cat 7, I don't know, not Cat 5. It was at least Cat something, Ethernet cable running from there, about, a 30 footer or something like that. I don't remember. Let me see here. What else have we done? Done a whole bunch of I've checked for viruses and I've checked for malware. Nothing, by the way. I'm clean. I don't know what's going on. So basically the last dude that was here was a pretty nice guy, and we had a pretty good chat about what was potentially going on. The last guy from the internet company. He thinks the only culprit that we have not identified or eliminated or at least tested is the physical connection from the outside of the house to my modem. There's a wire that goes through the garage, into the walls, blah, 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 pops up in the floor in the middle of my front room. Somewhere in there is potentially a problem with some shoddy wiring. He figures that maybe that's the connection. It's giving some sort of inconsistent something, because they can see it. When he tests it, he says, yeah, I can see inconsistencies and spikes, and there's things happening. It's supposed to be like this, right? There is, when we're not running anything, there isn't supposed to be like dips and dives like that. And every once in a while, it just goes, poof, it just drops right off for like 30 seconds and then kicks back on again. Have I tried changing the cat cable? Yes, that's why I'm running a brand new cable. This has been an ongoing problem for about a year, maybe almost 2. It comes and goes. Sometimes it's really bad. Sometimes it happens like every fucking day. Other times it'll happen once in a month and I'll forget about it because it doesn't happen for a really long time. And I don't know if it's due to time of day. I don't know what would be causing that, but yeah, it's funny. Twitch still says unstable, but it hasn't shown any fluctuations. I don't know. I've done everything I can pretty much think of, except physically running a new modern cable from the side of the house where the internet comes in, right through a new wall and plugging it into the modem in a new spot with new wiring. That's pretty much the only option I've got left. And I'm not going to do that because this is a rental and we are doing everything in our power to buy a small little house and move. The house we're moving into, if we get it, fingers crossed, I still haven't not locked it down. It's going to be almost a year till we can get possession of it at any rate. It was supposed to be about a half a year, and it's going to be almost a year now. But it'll be worth it if we can get it. I'll wait fucking 2 years if I have to. I don't want to, but anyway. It's a lot newer and a smaller of a house. So I'm hoping that the internet will be better there. it's still technically within city limits, so it's on like the sewer system and proper internet connection and all that kind of jazz. So I'm not like out of the city. I am technically by the bylaws about a block. I'm talking like in the future, if I potentially have this house, that house is potentially legitly about a block out of the city limits. So I can have more chickens than 6 chickens if I want. I can get 10 chickens. I don't want 10 chickens. That's too many. I have 4 chickens, and that's kind of a lot. Speaking of which, how they all doing? See Flappy right there. See another one. Just they've been getting out of their enclosure a little bit lately. I got to be careful. Their enclosure is not very good, and they definitely got out of it. Oh, I got that fucking early heartburn. Where's my Tums? See, I got a fucking whole box of dang Tums in here. I get heartburn sometimes. I get heartburn sometimes from coffee if I don't eat. I did not eat this morning. I woke up too late. Was running around. Twitch looks like it's been running okay. Yeah, it never... I've had the internet connection issue rarely completely kick me off for more than like a few minutes. I've been thinking about this in the back here. This friggin' weird hypnotic trip tunnel thing that I got. It's like a fucking 3-hour loop. It's pretty high resolution. I want to slow it down. I think I'm going to take this video and potentially cut it into 2 videos because it's pretty long. I'm going to cut it into maybe 2 videos or just 1 fucking video, whatever, but re-render it and slow the bitch down. I don't know how to like do playback speed. See, maybe there is a playback speed on it. Probably not. This isn't a good... For some reason, VLC was lagging on this. This computer is this thing right here. There's like a little tiny box. That is the whole computer that I run on this TV. A little tiny media box. I used to use that thing to monitor all my cameras when I was in the garage. It was set up with blue stacks so I could use Android and Play Store apps, and holy fuck, the heartburn is real this morning. Oy, 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 oy. Yeah, I like this thing, but I think it's moving too fast. I think it needs to be like, needs to calm the shit down. It's a It's a little more aggressive than I'm a bit too high paced for that. I don't want to give anybody a friggin' seizure. There's some pretty cool things that are happening in this video, but with Old Faithful here. Or chill. The thing was a bit too intense. I even looking at it in the monitor was just like. I want to dab, but I want this heartburn to subside a little bit. I think I'm gonna drown it with one more Tums. Yeah, calcium antacid. It's a way cheaper, same shit. Now, this is a really bad case of heartburn this morning. This is pretty rare to be this bad. I'm gonna go get a drink of water. I'll be right back. Wash that food down. Oh. Got a drink of water, and I threw the chickens a hot dog bun real quick to make sure they're in the yard and happy, and they don't have a reason to leave their. They've got a very large extended pen that I've sort of set up for them, but it's got a couple of weak points where they can pretty easily jump over it or fly over it if they wanted to. It's only a couple of feet. Well, where was this other camera? Deactivate it and reactivate it. That should be the same. Let's see. Yeah, that's not bad. There-ish. So, Have a dab of this stuff. It's like jam. Check this out. Yeah. Good for a lot of things. Definitely not shatter. Pretty fresh though. Barely finished drying when I blasted it, so it had moisture. You got 30 chickens? Oh my. That's officially work. I've got 4. They're like pets that give me food.
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time, time to take a fucking dab break.
And there we go. It's hard. I should be on the other side. I tell you, 600 seems to be this really nice. Whoa, that was a big dab. 600 Fahrenheit seems to be my sort of preferred spot. A little bit lower is okay, about 550 is okay, but 550 to 600 is probably the best butter zone. Oh, you got 10 cattle and 7 hogs. Neat. Yeah, we're not doing it for full self. I mean, I guess the eggs are a bit self-sufficient, but we're doing it more for the eggs and I guess for the experience. I have zero intent on eating my birds. Now, if I had a bigger property and I was planning on doing it for meat and eggs, like egg them until they grow out of it and then eat them, which is what a lot of people do. A lot of homesteaders will egg a chicken until they slow down to a near halt or stop, and then they eat them. They eat the roosters and they eat the frickin' hens that stop laying. I mean, it makes sense that you can sort of keep a good laying cycle, but dude, we got 4 chickens and only 3 of them are currently laying right now, and I have more eggs than I know what to do with. I can't eat that many. Sip this. Coffee now. Santa Claus, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? I don't know how long ago that was, but I just noticed it there. It's only a single dab time away, probably just before my dab. I mean, you got to understand, I got 2 sets of chat that I'm paying attention to. The monitor, high as shit, and I'm dying of heartburn. 100 acres. I wouldn't want that much. That's too much land. That's too much work for me. I'm not, dare I say, I'm not built for that. I might have been in an earlier day in my life, but not now. I have a hard time sometimes with what I have. Ooh, biddies. Thank you, Mr. Jaywin. Tipping me some bits over on Twitch there. Oh shit, I haven't counted my dabs too. I just noticed my dab counter is like way the fuck off. Let me think about this for a second. I had 2 dabs right away with the blaster. And then I had a 3rd dab with that one. And I think that's where I'm at. I think this was... Can you guys correct me? Was this the last dab that I just had? Very stoned already. Very... Sunday. You know, I gotta say, I'm kind of impressed. I've missed... I don't know, like less than probably 5 episodes were skipped or missed, or something happened and we didn't go live for whatever reason, whether it was a technical failure, a life failure, whatever happened. But we're at 261 episodes. Holy fuck. 261 episodes of Sunday Session. That's every Sunday, with the exception of like maybe 5. Like I'm saying, that's hella, man. Bro, your beard looks awesome. Why, thank you. I combed it and put a little bit of waxes in it, the stuff this morning. Did just a little bit of beard care this morning, just a few minutes of it. I'll tell you, the key for me has been a good beard wax. I just use the same brush I use for everything, but I brush everything out like this from the underneath. I get it all fluffy, and then I go back in with my boar brush and I tame the outsides a little bit. I can do it with my hands like this, right there. There we go. That somewhat sculpts it. But the boar brush does a good job because it just does surface things. It doesn't get into it, so it keeps whatever fluff you've created. Weird, man. Beard maintenance is something I never thought about I needed to pay attention to until my beard started going crazy and I looked like a frickin' hobo. Right out of a cave or something with this big unkept frickin' thing. It can still look like that when I wake up in the morning. Walking all sideways and big bush. It fluffs out nicely for fun. I probably can't get it too fluffy right now just because I did sort of do some work to stop it, but you get the idea. It goes pretty wild sometimes. It feels fluffy though. I feel all like on edge. Get down there. Anyway. Enough beard talk. Man, I don't want this coffee to go. It's been good to me. You've been a yummy coffee. There's a guy where I live and he's always dyeing his beard different colors. I might get there one day, I tell you. I might go a green beard. It's coming around the corner, maybe. I've been toying with the idea in my head for a long time. I don't know if I could really live a green beard life, but I've thought about it. I'm telling you, I was originally gonna save it for like 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and I was gonna dye my beard green. I was gonna bleach it and like permanent dye it green, not just like some spray on shit or nothing. Dye that bitch green. And I still might one day. I just don't know if I got the patience to wait as long as it's probably gonna take. My channel grows very regularly, but not big. You know what I mean? It's been a slow grow. I've had some spikes and stuff during COVID. There was a lot of fucking new attention to the channel, but it has always been like a nice slow burn, just slowly going up, right? Climbing that. Just last year I hit 50,000 subscribers. Yay! Let's hit that button. And now I don't even know what I'm at right now. What does it say? What does it say on my channel right now? It probably just says 50. I think it rounds it off. It probably just says 50K or 55K or something. I don't know. Somewhere in that range. Yeah, well, that's what I was getting at with maybe dyeing my beard, because as you can see, mine's half silver already. I got so much white in here already that the whole underside is like white. I've got, for some reason, these white tusks on my mustache, and they kind of go down into my beard. There's actually like a streak thing going on. It's weird. It happens sometimes with folks. It doesn't look bad. I don't hate on it, but I don't know. I'm definitely not gonna like dye it brown and stuff. That feels weird. It would look weird too, I think. I think a bit of pepper is good there. I'm not a spring chicken. I'm supposed to have grays at this point. 54? Yeah, that's not bad. 4,000 in the past, like, I don't know, like half a year since I don't know, maybe it's been about a year. Yeah, it's a slow grow, right? That could be years. I don't want to wait fucking 10 years to to dye my beard. I might do it for a joke or something in between there. Oh man, I think I need to eat some food and put some breads or something on top of that acid reflux and just shove it the fuck down. It's still bugging me. I got 2 big old Tums in me. I'm just pouring coffee on it. That's probably not the best idea. Should have another drink of water. Black would look cool? No. I don't think so. I don't, I'm trying to think of, like, I used to dye my goatee red when it was a goatee. I had big sideburns, and I grew my sideburns out like a beard, and I had a smaller kept goatee in there, and I dyed it red for a while. My, like, I don't know, late 20s or something like that. I also had like a 2-foot mohawk for a long time. Hey, watch this. I can pull up a picture of me with like a 2-foot mohawk. You want to see that? Far back. Maybe it will be that. Yeah, I know how to, albums. All right, there we go. Red beard and everything. Look at that. I'm probably like early 30s? Maybe? Outside the Commodore Ballroom in Vancouver? That's quite the mohawk. Okay. Oh. That's an expensive hairdo. No. Well, you know what it cost? It cost a bottle of Got to Be Glued hairspray. The intensive shit. Got to be glued. It was either that or fucking egg whites, and I don't like doing the egg whites or Elmer's glue shit. There's few products that can hold up a 1.5 foot mohawk like that. There's few products that can do it. At the end of the show, half of my hawk was down. The front half was up, back half fell down. I'm kind of impressed any of it held up. Yeah, it didn't cost me much more than a bottle of hairspray and about fucking couple hours probably prep. It was hard to get up. You gotta like lay sideways and shit, and it's not a it's weird. The things we do, right? Men and women, we do stupid shit to freaking get ready sometimes. Ooh. Oh. All the potency, all the sugar, all the sediment. There's very little sediment that you get from these pods, from the Nespresso machine things. Okay, I think I got one more dab in me, and then I gotta go. My coffee is gone, and I gotta meet a guy to sell a light. I'm selling an old light, hopefully. It's not that old, I just don't need it. I could almost have an entire grow gear garage sale. I probably should before I leave. I've put out a lot of grow gear at
It's dab time, motherfucking dab time. Time to take a fucking dab break.
Stupid Facebook marketplaces and stuff. Yikes. Facebook Marketplace. No, it's horrible. I fucking hate that place. Okay, I'm gonna have another one of these because it's, I just cleaned it, and it is honestly one of the more controlled, smooth ways to dab, but you gotta do a lot of maintenance on these things. I forgot. Just gotta freaking, clean it out every couple of dabs or whatever. Take it apart, do something to it, or do the other thing, superheat it up. Cheers. Get a little cleaner thing here. And wipe the little bee's butt. Look at this thing, man. This is the fucking one of my favorite pieces of glass. I don't have many pieces of glass. I have very few. I'm a carb cap guy. When it comes to heady glass, handmade, this was handmade for me. You want to see something? This is where it came from. This came first. I used to be for anybody that doesn't know, I was a tattoo artist for almost 30 years. About 29 years of my life I was a tattoo artist. And in all that time I've got a very, very, very good clean record. I've made few mistakes. However, I was working at this shop for a bunch of years, and I had a really good squeaky clean record and all that. And this one day, this kid came in and he had this big paragraph all looked up, and we all showed it around the shop. Everybody looked at it and said, yeah, it looks good. We stamped it on the kid. We tattooed it. As soon as he left, Piercer goes, you spelt you spelt the wrong your or something in there. Or something like that. There was something that was just a slight grammar mistake. Misspell. Grammar thing. I am not a Grammarly dude. I suck at that shit. That's about the only thing I like AI for, is it helps me spell better. That's pretty much the only good use for AI, in my opinion. That's a long another story. Anyway, long story short, I fucking misspelt this kid's tattoo, and he was a Navy boy, and he shipped off. And I never got a chance to fix it or anything, and I felt like shit. It's happened like, I want to say, I know 2 major times. It's possible there's a third one running around there from my early days. Anyway, long story short, I punished myself. It's a weird angle. I'm sorry. It's hard to move my wrist this way. Hold on. Let's try the fucking other camera. Maybe that'll work. There. See that better on this side? Yeah, kind of, right? So it's a spalling bead. The E is backwards. It's misspelt. It is a spalling bead. I got this tattoo as punishment. And look, it's a derpy bee. His eyes are googly. He's got a little face sticking out. He's all dumb. It is a spalling bee. This was a punishment so that I would remember to double, triple check frickin' that kind of lettering, because I fucking suck at that shit. And anyway, I got that years and years ago, and it evolved, and now we've got the fucking dab bee. I got a frickin' carb cap made for it. Let's see what else. There's not very many of these, but there's some of them. There's stickers. Good old dab bee. So that's the history of the dab bee, everybody. That's where the dab bee comes from, in case you didn't know. See something there. One final one. I'm gonna hit a sativa dab because I got some shit to do. Give it a good clean. This tip's got a couple of weeks in it. I don't know exactly how many. 2, maybe? Not that old. Still alright. Alright. Sativa time. There's only little tiny bits in the corner there, so I gotta try to shove it in there and see what I can get. So wish me luck. Cheers. Oh yeah, there you go. Not bad. There's barely any in there, but there's enough in there that now I got to use. I use a coffee warmer. You know those coffee warmer hot plate things, little round things. Put a little button, boop, whatever. I use one of those things and put that thing on here on the desk, and within a few minutes, man, everything is liquid and it goes down to that corner, and you take it off and you just let it dry like that into a corner, and then you gotta whatever's left of it. Good way to clean out the last little tiny bits of it. Get it right into a corner there instead of spread out all over the wall and bottom. Anyway, also hitting farm gas strain. Keep up the good work. Much love from Pennsylvania. Woo! Thank you everybody for hanging out here today. If you're on YouTube, hit that like button. If you're on Twitch, subscribe. It's free. Yeah. Cheers. I'll see you soon. I don't know what to say. Enjoy your day. Oh, fucking hell. Look at the maximum life on that. Dang. Okay, that's interesting. Not what I'm looking for directly, but pretty cool. Coffee's almost done. Coffee is almost gone. Let's go over to this weird thing over here. Let's walk our way there. Upgraded. I need that Zelda doodle-doodle-doodle. Where is it? Yeah, I don't have one. I need the Zelda, like, found a weapon sound. Anyway, yeah, there you go. You're upgraded. You can post a link now. I figured out how to do that. I only just found out that's what the deal was. It's VIPs. I have VIP. Fuck you too, Ant. Hey, what are you gonna do, Ant? Jump? I don't think so. You're good at crawling and squeaking and making all this fucking creaky noises, but you're not very good at fucking jumping now, are you, sucker?
They're good at waiting